How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the band Emaciation and their album Earth Odyssey, and I'm going to show it to you right now. You've probably seen this a few times on this channel now, and for a good reason. It's damn good. One of my fellow YouTubers by the name of Gnarly Charlie is the keyboardist for this band. And if you have not checked it out by now, I'm going to go through a few reasons why you probably should. Now, if you don't know, this band is a symphonic black metal band from Missouri, USA. And the members include Lord Kirby Ray on lead vocals and guitar, Brandor L. Frank on bass and vocals, Gnarly Charlie on keyboard, like I said, and Sir James on drums. Starting with the vocals. The vocals are gruff and raspy, as you definitely want them for black metal. They're performed well and consistent, and they are a pretty good level in the mix, not too high like I like to record, apparently, and not too low where you're straining to hear it. It felt natural and effortless the way he performed the black metal vocals, and he also utilizes some cleans in this, which is not your average thing for black metal. So yeah, the cleans are sort of like Pentagram. If you know that kind of doom metal band, the vocal styling sort of reminded me of that, at least from the Before Warned album. It seems like he really enjoys doing his vocals, from like the performance and just the overall good feeling I get from the cleans. He seems to really enjoy doing both vocals. The mid-level shrieks aren't too high, they're not too low. It's kind of like a medium tone, I guess you could say. And the cleans are like very soothing and very smooth sounding. They're not too like gruff themselves. Like, these cleans are legit cleans, and they're soulful and done with feeling. So overall, really good job there, Kirby, if you're the one doing this. I'm not sure if the bassist Brandor is the one doing the cleans, but I'm going to assume that Brandor does the backup vocals if there's any other ones that are needed, potentially more so in a live setting. If I'm wrong, any of the dudes from Emaciation, let me know in the comments section. But for what I'm aware, it's Kirby doing most of the vocals on the live or on like the actual recording. So next, onto the guitars. Great tone, epic riffs. Lots of creativity there. He definitely did not run dry in that well of creativity and stuff like that. A lot of the riffs have really good energy to them. I don't want to say bouncy, but they had like a lot of, like, damn it, they had a lot of good vibes to them. They felt like they were really enjoying making what they were making, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. They felt like they were just a seasoned black metal guitar player, like they've been playing this forever, they know what they're doing. The riffs had some medieval sounding bits here and there, which was really enjoyable. Not medieval sounding, sort of like the Dark Medieval Times or Shadow Throne style of Satyricon, but it had its own kind of style of medieval sound to the riffs, and if you give it a listen, you'll see what I mean. And the soulful solos were awesome. It was kind of nice to actually hear like solos and pretty much every other track. There was like at least a small solo, and they're done well. They're not too wankery. It wasn't too technical. It was where it needed to be, and then it left again. So that was really cool. And there was also a lot of like slowed down kind of thrash folk riff hybrids. Like most black metal, you'd expect just a shit ton of tremolos and dissonant riffs. This Emaciation really utilized the open box, or the out-of-box kind of ideology for creating the riffs here, and it was neat to see, like I said, these kind of thrashy folk riffs mixed in there too, and not just a whole bunch of tremolos or dissonant riffs. So kudos to the guitarist, Kirby Ray again. You do an excellent job, my friend. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with next. The keyboards, that would be my buddy Gnarly Charlie's department. They're very moody and atmospheric, needless to say. Not too abrasive or demanding. It wasn't all up in your face with the keyboards. That wasn't like the forefront of everything. You weren't getting just an oversaturation of keyboards. So that was nice. I like how it's just it's at the level where it needs to be in the mix, and it's not too what's the word I'm looking for? Pushy? Not the word I'm looking for, but yeah. Either way, it was a great accompaniment with the rest of the instruments. It gave the whole album a fuller sound, made it thicker, and the odd enjoyable variations that he threw in there were cool. He didn't just stick to backing up what the guitar was doing, wasn't just backing up what the bass was doing. There's little variations here and there throughout while the guitarist was doing his bits. So kudos to you, Charlie, for, you know, adding your own spice, your little flavor in there. Definitely picked up on it. Sounded great. Now for the bass, it was pretty low in the mix. At first, I wasn't really able to pick it up. Once again, I think it's just me that can't pick up the low bass frequencies. I probably have listened to music for too long at too high of a volume. But there were a couple times where I could pick it out, and where I did pick it out, it was nice. It was, I think, masked a little bit also behind the guitars and the keyboards. But it definitely made the guitar riffs and the guitar sound beefier. So that was nice, and I did notice the bass a little bit more clearly in the song Mastery Beyond. So that was really where I was able to hone in and hear, oh, okay, this is what the bass is doing, and this is what it sounds like, so I can, pardon me, pay attention a little bit more where it comes in the other songs. And I think it would definitely be missed if it wasn't there, even though it wasn't like super high in the mix or really audible. But yeah, I'm glad it was there. Bassists are super important. If you have a band and you don't have a bassist, you're missing like an entire section of your music and your sound, which, you know, some people can do it, some people can't. And I mean like get a bassist who actually works for your band and contributes something other than just plunk 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 away with what the guitar is doing. So it's nice when you see bands that have that. And I know there's a bunch of like bassist jokes out there, but just to put you dudes at ease, you are very needed, trust me. Yeah, definitely needed. Make sure you have a bassist if you are planning on doing live stuff and recording. I know a bunch of black metal doesn't usually have bass in the mix too much, if at all. My demo didn't, but I also don't own a bass, so there's that. Anywho, enough rambling on about that. The next part is the drums that I have a few things to say about. Once again, nice in the mix, not too quiet, not too loud. Good use of fills. There's some solid double kicks in there. They were able to combine fast and slow beats. It wasn't just all like crazy double kicks and double bass, and that's the same thing. Double kicks and blast beats is what I was looking for there. Good timing, performed well. There's also the odd kind of ride bell ticks in there. I like that. I love hearing like little eccentric kind of drum oddities thrown into different recordings, especially when it comes to live drummers. If you're programming drums, or if you're using an electric kit that I'm currently behind right now, it's kind of hard to add in certain things like that. But I love it when drummers put in their own flavor in there. They spice that shit up. They're like, kapow! And they just add like these little intricacies and things you can pick up and record it, and it's nice. It's it's always good to have more things that set you apart from every other band, because there's millions out there. Anyways, once again, going off on a tangent, it seems to be happening a lot tonight. Now the snare, it was a pleasant snare, but the thing I noticed about it, maybe it's just me, but let me know if you remember the band. Did your snare have like a slightly looser snare setting? Because it's not only like a pong, it's not a fucking St. Anger snare, but it's also not that crisp snap sound that you have for snares, and it's like, did they achieve the sound by having a looser snare? Let me know. Very interesting snare sound for sure. It was good. I liked it. I'm not saying bad things about it. But it did make me curious. And the nice little solo that I heard in this, I think the last track, last track, A for Effort, that was cool. I was not expecting that little drum solo there. I enjoyed that. It wasn't too, snobby or up your own ass. It was good. It portrayed like a little bit of what you can do, showcased a little bit of your talent, and then just moved on with the rest of the song. Once again, good in and out. It's nice, very nice. So yeah, all in all the members of this band put in great effort, did really well, putting in their own spice and different flavors and uniqueness. My favorite tracks definitely was number 10, Ancient Forest, really good track. Eons Alone was also really good. Warrior and It Called to Me. I do enjoy kind of those singles that you guys have out, In Blood We Lust and Bathe Her and Bring Her to Me. However, I felt Ancient Fortress, Aeons Alone, Warrior, and It Called to Me to be stuff that I felt a little bit more. It went in certain directions that I felt were really cool and was not expecting sometimes, whereas In Blood We Lust, Bathe Her and Bring Her to Me seemed to be kind of like one of those songs that if you want to know what a band sounds like overall, like you go here, these are the songs that we make that sound like most of what we sound like. But yeah, really good stuff. Anyways, my overall thoughts to this before this review gets really long. It's already 12 minutes. These guys are an epic journey filled with thick atmosphere. They dare to take their own path and include unique songwriting in what can be a very cookie-cutter genre sometimes, so that's very cool. The medieval and old-time feeling riffs were great, and they definitely took a risk by including the clean vocals, but they're enjoyable and certainly hit their mark. So kudos to you guys for choosing to include that in the the range of different elements you brought to the album. And once again, this is just another band that changes my mind on the whole symphonic black metal genre or subgenre, and I gotta give it to them for doing that, because before a couple of these other bands, I had my mind just kind of shut on symphonic black metal and just wasn't going to go there. But yeah, so if you haven't yet done so, please go check out Emaciation, check out Earth Odyssey, hit up their Facebook page, give them a like if you enjoy what they do, hit up their page, or Gnarly Charlie, for a copy of the album if they've got any left. Support them, get a shirt, and that's it. Great band, check them out. For glory, for the rebellion, Slimerella out.